Women's World Cup has brought everybody here together to talk about trade and how we can create this kind of environment for sports to be such an important tool in terms of economics development, infrastructure development.
The 2023 installment of the Women's World Cup presents a unique opportunity to discuss how the sport can be made more equal and, crucially, how the economic returns from football can be better distributed. Narrowing gender-based outcomes is only part of the equation. The current global context presents an opportunity to diversify supply chains and scale up production in previously overlooked markets. The long-suffering cotton producers of West Africa must be part of this conversation. According to the International Cotton Advisory Committee, ICAC, West Africa produces at least two-thirds of African cotton, almost 90% of which is exported as raw material, only to be reimported as value-added products. The C4+, Benin, Burkina Faso, Chad, Mali, and Côte d'Ivoire, should be positioned to take advantage of this $200 billion global sports apparel market.
Sport and football in particular is also linked with trade. It has a real economic impact, well over 200 billion all over the world. Actually, 70% of this almost 270 billion now is generated in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is still outside of Europe, and the Cotton 4 initiative is part of unleashing that potential.
Sports, and particularly football, can be a great catalyzer for the inclusion of women into the cotton and textile sector. I think a short while ago, many of us spoke to the fact that it is about passion, first and foremost, for people to get into the game. But it is going beyond that, because it not only yields economic gains for those that are part of the game, but also those that could potentially be part of that value chain or supply chain, to make sure that we try and optimize those efforts to give that hope to people that are often in countries that are very much in need. We all have our eyes set on the same trophy here. That is, to have greater inclusion into opportunities created by the sports sector in general and football in particular.
Give young girls opportunities to participate in the Under-17 World Cup, Under-20 World Cup, to get great pitches to train on, to give young girls a dream of being part or represent their country. And when I was young, I dreamt to be a male national team player, because I didn't know it really exists, a women's team. We need role models.
And our role as ambassadors of the game is to make it more inclusive. I mean, it's as simple as that. We need to create opportunities in Africa, on the continent, give opportunities to kids to have youth leagues. I wanted to mention the African Super League, which will be a great opportunity for the continent, not only to develop in terms of infrastructures, it will also create jobs. Not everybody will become superstars, but we need to create an environment where people can make enough money for a living. So you might not become the next Cristiano Ronaldo or the next Yaya Touré.
Or the next Didier Drogba.
But you can still have a good career in the country or on the continent, and therefore you won't be obliged, or you won't feel the need to cross the Mediterranean Sea and risk your life. By developing our football in Africa, we will also open the door for trade.